Hi everyone, it's Laura, and I hope you're all doing well. Today I want to talk about a day in the life of a dietitian, and this topic was requested by a viewer, and I thought it was a great idea because a lot of y'all have had questions regarding what it takes to become a dietitian. So I thought I'd share with you, once you become a dietitian, what happens then? What exactly will you be doing in your day-to-day life? And that's what's important. It's important, A, that you graduate and become a dietitian, but then B, that you love what you're doing. And that's one of the reasons I love being a dietitian, is that there are so many avenues you can take in your day-to-day life. So you can work in a hospital, you can work in an outpatient clinic, you can work for a marketing PR firm, you can be in food service management, you can work for the school system, you can do research, you can be a professor, you could take the private practice route and open up your own private practice. You can take more of the media route if you're someone who likes mass communications, if you like writing and things like that. Really, the sky's the limit, which is really awesome about this profession, is that dietitians are needed in a lot of different areas, which is awesome because you can choose an area that suits you. And also, the area that you want to be in can evolve as you become older and as you get experience in different avenues, which I think is awesome. So today I'm going to talk about what I know, and that's being an inpatient dietitian, which is in the hospital, an outpatient dietitian, which is in clinics, and also a dietitian with a media presence. So that's my YouTube videos, Facebook, and things like that. So let's get started. So I'm kind of just going to take you through my jobs and explain to you what I've done. So in between my internship and me graduating from grad school, the school hired me to help collect data. So I was in more of the research aspect, I guess. But research in our profession is super, super important because our recommendations, our dietary recommendations, are based on research. So if you're someone who is interested in the field of nutrition, consider research because it really is the foundation of our profession. And so what I did, I was working part-time and I helped with data collection, which means I collected the information which was then analyzed. And then through the analysis, you determine whether things correlate, whether things are significant or not, whether things matter, whether they don't. So that's what I did in between that time slot. From there, that's when I moved to New York and I became an outpatient / community dietitian. And what I did there is I met with each client one-on-one, face-to-face. I did that. I met with everyone initially, and then from there, every 3 months after. I ran a 1-hour nutrition group every day. I also did the food pantry, and what I really liked about this job is I was able to be creative because we had protocols that we stuck to in regards to calories, protein, fat, and doing our calculations and things like that. But when it came to which groups I ran, and any other creative ideas I had, like planting an herb garden and things like that, then I really was able to be creative, which I really, really enjoyed. I was the only dietitian at that specific site, but we did have sister sites where there were dietitians, and we all met together once a month just to discuss best practices, any case studies we had, or anything like that. So that was a lot of fun. The job I'm in now, I'm doing kind of a little bit of everything. I'm working in a clinic. So like what I was doing before, I'm doing one-on-one, face-to-face counseling. A lot of it has to do with weight loss and or transplant. But if you're someone who is interested in the outpatient setting, then what's really awesome about that is you can develop long-term relationships with patients. So you may see them once a month and you can see them become healthier and see their progression, their weight loss, and really make a connection with them and get to know them and build rapport. Kind of expanding more on the hospital side of things, there's a lot of different things you do within the hospital. And a lot of it's depending on which hospital you're at. So right now, the hospital I'm at, you do diet education. So anyone that say they have stomach cancer and part of their stomach gets removed. Then you go in and you talk to them about what their diet's going to look like once they get discharged, the foods to stay away from, the foods to eat more of, and things like that. You get a lot of newly diagnosed diabetics, so you'll do diabetic education, heart healthy education, a lot of weight loss education, but this is typically a one-time education. You don't build the rapport as much as you would in the outpatient setting. But also in the inpatient setting, and again, depending on what hospital you're in, the one I'm in right now, you do tube feeds, so dietitians are in charge of what goes down the tube feeds. So what tube feeds are, it's a tube that's been inserted through your mouth, through your nose, or more permanent ones are straight into the intestines. And what they do is they provide nutrition for individuals that can't take food by mouth for whatever reason. And what dietitians do is they determine what goes in those tube feeds. And so how many calories, protein, fat, carbohydrates, and also how much extra water goes in there if needed. And so dietitians are in charge of that, which is tube feeds or enteral nutrition. They're also in charge, depending on what hospital you're at, for parenteral nutrition, which is nutrition through the veins. And so they calculate the same thing, calories, protein, fat, carbohydrates that are needed to go in those to prevent any nutrition deficiencies, any protein calorie malnutrition, anything like that. So last but not least, I'm going to talk about what it's like to be a dietitian in social media. And so for me, what I do is my main presence is on YouTube. I also have a website. I'm on Tumblr, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. And I really enjoy this aspect of my career because it allows me to reach a broader range of people, and I can help people that I otherwise wouldn't come in contact with on a day-to-day basis, which is really awesome and really fulfilling, and I really enjoy it. So this aspect of my day-to-day life is more because I love it and I have a really big passion for it, and I think it's fun. In addition to me doing it as part of my career, I also do it as a hobby. I think it's so much fun, and being able to help people that need it and help people that are looking for answers who don't really know where to go is pretty awesome. And that's something I really love about being a dietitian, is it really is fulfilling. It's a job where you help people and you see them getting better. And if they don't get better, then you know that you've done what you can to help them. And it really is a job of helping others and providing science-based evidence to individuals to help them get healthier, which I really, really enjoy. I hope this helped out for those of y'all who are interested in the field of dietetics. It really is an interesting field to become a part of. Like I said, the sky's the limit. There are so many different avenues you can become a part of. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask, and I'll be seeing y'all soon. Bye.